Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Wood Shop. I know Christmas is quite a ways away, but many of us start carving very early for it because it's not something you can do, make a multiple of things in a very short amount of time. You need time to paint it. If you're going to paint it, you need time to do certain things with it. And I'm going to start doing some ornaments now. We're heading close to July, but I know some of you don't want to think about Christmas so early in the year, but for most crafters they do, simply because of the time involved. In one of my videos prior, sometime last year, I did a video on how you can do multiple cuts out of one piece with a bandsaw. So what we have here is we have the shape of a Christmas tree. And the reason I am going to make this into a little series, we're going to do different pictures on each one. Or you can do different pictures on each one. I'm going to show you the one I'm going to be working on now, which will be a bear. Okay, so the title of this is going to be Tree, Bear, and then if I do something else, it'll be a tree. The next one I would probably do is a tree duck, like you see here, you know, that you put it in the middle. And I have a pattern, so this will be part of the pattern that I sell. This one and the other one, plus a couple of different sizes of the tree itself. But you can enlarge this any amount you want. This is 3.5 by 3.5 by maybe 3/8 of an inch to a 1/2 inch wide. Some are a little wider than others. This one's definitely wider. I almost like them a little bit wider. You have a little more room to carve with them. But it's nothing's wrong with the smaller ones either. This is really what I was looking to do, is get these three shaped, but because it was so close to the bandsaw, I kind of try to split the last section in half, and this one just got a little bit more, which is fine. There's no right or wrong depth to it. It's whatever. If you want to make them flatter, that's fine. If you want to try to get 5 out of a 2-inch block, that's entirely up to you. But the grain on this particular piece is running up and down. Okay, up and down. And what we're going to do is I'm going to get my knife out, and here's the pattern. You know, I'll have the pattern available for $1.50 if you're interested in the cutouts, or I don't know, about maybe $3 for a cutout. You know, if you need to have that done. It's got a little bit of a knot in that. I just noticed that. Okay. That won't hurt any, because usually the picture will be in the center somewhere, and then you'll finish off the tree. Here's what the blue line means: nothing, but this is the bear we're going to be doing, holding a candy cane. And this is more of a relief carving. It won't take that long, hopefully. I always think it's never going to take long, and it always takes a little longer than I think. You know, this will be a fun one to do. So what you want to do is you want to cut out the profile of the tree, and you can use that. You can leave it as a tree if you want, or you can add to it, which we're going to do here shortly. You know, there's multiple things you can do with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut some of this stuff out and start rounding up the tree. So I think I'll get started here, but what I wanted to tell you is this would be one, and this would be the other one if we put little duck in the center. Okay, so it's going to be a couple of different things. You can put a reef in the center if you want. You can put a star in the center. Endless amount of things you can put in the center, and you can be creative. You just want to put an initial, maybe a name. That's fine. You know, with the birds and stuff, if you want to burn the feathering in, you can do that. One other thing I wanted to tell you, you know, I did that Ducky's First Plunge, and I had a little piece left over about the size, maybe half of this. And you can always make those. If you're doing a cutout, you can always take the profile and make it into an ornament if you like. That is just something you can do, and it wouldn't take a lot of effort while you're cutting it up. Get a little bit bigger piece of wood and just slice off a section of it, and then you have an ornament that you can make an ornament and do it in the round. So you can do a small relief carving in the other. Okay folks, so let's get started. As you see, when you start this, when you have this piece of wood, what you want to do is put your pattern on and trace it. Go over it and trace it again. You can press it hard enough without paper, with tracing paper. If you need tracing paper, you can usually find it, you know, in a office supply store or at Walmart, to be able to transfer that over. Okay, so this is just going to be a cute little simple, hopefully simple project. I think it will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring it up from the back and from the front. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut out this section first, and the grain is running up and down. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut this out first, right, like so, so we know where those are. Okay, the thicker your wood, the more rounded look you can get on this. You know, I'm going to just, one nice thing I'm going to tell you, let me get a pencil here. I never have one available. I don't know what what it is with pencils. They have a tendency of disappearing on me really quickly. I put them in my pocket, I throw them in a box. You know, someday I'm going to find a couple hundred of them laying around somewhere, to my surprise. So what you want to do is you want to take your pencil and kind of make a center line down the center, okay? On the sides, you can do the bottom too, it doesn't matter. And come up and at least give you a guideline, okay? Remember how we measure things with our finger and taking it up and down. And what we're going to do is we're just going to round this off to that point, okay? To that center line, just like so. Alright? And then we're going to do the top as well. The other side. And just bring it in a little bit. See how I have that going in a little bit, and I did either side. This is really a good beginner's project if you want to, you know, and we're just going to round this off a little bit, just like so. And we're going to take it from the back as well. Okay, we're just going to bring this up. Just give it a little bit better effect, and we're just going to get rid of that line. Alright. This is the first here. You're just going to round off that little corner that's there to the center. Alright. And same thing over here. So now when you look at it, folks, it has a little bit of a roundness to it. See? See how it looks? Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a line across. Just like so. And we're going to kind of cut it up there. Now I'm doing this relief carving all with strictly a knife. And folks, you can use a gouge if you want. If you're a more seasoned carver and you like using little palm gouges, you can do that. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go up and round it to the center. Alright. And same thing on this side. We have our little line there, so that worked out good. Alright, we don't want to go too far where his ears are, okay? We don't want to do that. Okay. There we go. A little bit of a glare on there. What we want to do is we want to cut underneath here first. The same thing over here. I see I'm running out of time. I'll be right back, folks.